Welcome, podcast.
Welcome.
Hi, Teresa. This is such a cool podcast. It's episode 20. I'm so excited to have someone with so much energy for
Oh my
episode
God.
20.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Today, we have our 3 topics that we decided we wanted to talk about.
Yes.
One, which is respect.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, so we'll get into that. Number 2, which is dimes and finding little, hints of life. Maybe in the afterlife, we don't know.
No,
we can talk about that. What is the 3rd topic that we want to get into?
Third, we're going to talk about competition.
Competition. Okay, so we can talk about these topics in whichever order.
Okay.
And let's start. What do you feel like talking about?
Okay, I think I'm going to start with competition because I think it's really important.
Yeah. Okay, healthy competition. Do you think it exists?
First of all, I love competition because if you don't have competition, how can you even challenge yourself?
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. And especially in the field of actors, it's so important, right? But to what length?
Degree, yeah.
And to what degree, right? Exactly. Because anytime you might go for an audition, anytime you might go for something, you're bound to compete with someone else, right?
Yeah, of course. You're competing in everything you do.
And I have the kind of thought all the time, oh no, I gotta compete against her. Oh no,
you don't look at it as a good thing.
No, I feel sorry because I go, what happens if I get it? What about her? Like I feel.
That's a weird thing to feel actually, because you have compassion. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whereas if I were to go in, I'd be like, oh my God, hopefully I get it over her.
Yeah. But see,
that's an interesting take on it.
Because I say as much as I love the competition, but then I feel sorry because I says, what happens if I get it? And then I end up not getting it, and I'm going, okay, she got it. I go, okay,
damn, I should have wanted it more,
Maybe. So maybe I'm putting it out there, So I should just go and say, you know what, let's compete here.
Do you think that we're too competitive in society, or do you think we're not competitive enough?
Maybe I'm not competitive enough if I'm speaking of me.
For you?
For me. But I think there's it's very competitive. I find
in anything you do.
Yeah, in anything. Not only this, for an actor, for anything. I find everybody's competing. Everybody's competing again. Who has better? Who has more? Who makes more money? Who's got the better job? Who's got the better dress? Who's got the better shoes? Who's got the better home? The better car?
What's the point?
What's that?
But why? Why do people do that?
I don't know, and it drives me crazy.
Is it for the look of being a certain way, to have more power? Is that what it comes down to in the end? Is to have more power and more authority over the other people? I have the nicer dress. I have the nicer car. I have the nicer boyfriend. So I'm better.
Yeah.
So what do you do with that better status?
I don't. To me, I know people that have money, and I swear, if you meet them,
they're the worst people in the world.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. If you would meet these certain people that have this money, you would never think that they have money.
Okay.
Never.
That's
Why?
classy.
Yeah, because that's what
that's
what I like about them, because they don't flaunt it. They worked hard for this. They went from bottoms up, from rags to riches.
It's normally those people who have a good head on their shoulder and who don't let the money get to their head and blow their head up.
Yeah.
It's the people who come from rich, who inherit rich, who, sorry to say, think they're above us,
exactly,
the middle class.
Yeah. And I think it's so important to give.
Yeah,
it is, but not give I'm not talking financial here. I'm talking to give of your time, to give of yourself, to help, right?
Yes.
Sometimes people call and say this, and I'm there 109%. If I can help you attain your goal, if I can help you make that phone call, if I can help you make that audition, if I can help you, or if I can convince you that
that's such a beautiful characteristic, and not a lot of people have that. Why do you feel so drawn to helping people?
I don't know. I've always been like that. I've always wanted to help. I guess I love to see happy people. I love to see people succeed. I love to see people shine. And I think if we all felt a little bit like that, oh my God, this world would be so much better,
Yeah.
And but you got to also give without expecting to receive. I mean, there's times that you give, and then you say, hey, well, like...
also, because you're expecting something. You're giving with that little inkling of like, so I just gave you my time.
But
are you going to owe me a favor?
Yeah, but it looks like one of those mobster movies, like I'll make you an offer that you can't refuse, but don't forget that I helped you once.
Don't forget. Don't fucking forget.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's not what it's there for. But that's what I find that's lacking a lot. I find that
it's too competitive.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this then: do you think that competition could facilitate, like you could be helping someone by competing with them? Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking of like competing for the role, for the actor role, or competing in CrossFit,
right?
Or even competing for a random job,
right?
Like competing with that person is going to make them better in the end because now they lost to you and you help them grow in a certain way.
Oh my God. I've had relationships, right, where these guys were totally lost. Like, I guess nobody wanted them. And then for some reason, the attraction was there and I took them from here and I brought them to here. And then all of a sudden, they're not with me anymore.
Okay, because they used you.
Kind of.
Because they needed you.
They needed me. And then I said to myself, of course it hurts, right? And you're saying, and I seem to always attract that.
Really?
Right? And then I said, okay. But then years later, I get a phone call saying, hi, happy birthday. And I'm like, oh my God, I haven't spoken to this guy for 10 years, So I must have left a mark.
Yeah.
And I think, and then I said to myself, and I says, was I put on this earth to help these people? Like, is there a reason, like, why I was attracted to this? And so I says, you know what? Then go with it. If that's what I'm meant to do and help people,
yes. How there also could be like a fine line between giving too much. And I think I read this in the book, You Are a Badass. Mm-hmm. It's about like owning your badassery and like taking your life back. And gaining confidence. A lot of the time, people feel like they need to help, so they project their needs to help on others, and then they help the other person so much that the other person wants their help. They leave.
They leave. Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting. Do you still find yourself attracted to these people now?
Not really. Okay. I guess because I'm so occupied with other people you're helping. Other people that I'm helping, that maybe relationship-wise, and because I'm also taking care of my dad, so maybe there's more of that giving towards him that I concentrate on.
It's filling that need to do that.
Exactly. But you see, it all falls back again on the competition side, because sometimes you're there to help people. You go to an event, and some people are saying, how did you do it? How did you get to where you are? And what did you do? And so you're guiding them. Yeah. And all of a sudden you gave them the information that they needed. And then you don't hear from them anymore, So you're like, okay, So I say, well, you let it go. You help who you can. And those who appreciate it,
hopefully say thank you.
Yeah, and whatever. Yeah. And I cherish the competition. I love it because it gives me like, okay, Tara, get up. You're going to study more, fight more, work harder.
Be the hardest person.
Yeah.
Hardest working person in the room.
Sometimes, you think that I've got this, and because you're all confident. Yeah, I've got this. But, well, maybe, like,
there's a little bit of work that needs to be done.
Yeah, because if somebody else got it, it's because there's something that was, well, not all the time, but most of the time it could be that there's something lacking. So yeah, give it to me. Like, let me, like, I take it, I cherish it. Like, I love it. I love the competition.
I wonder, like, if there was like the perfect man, let's say, that like flew from heaven or whatever, and like didn't have anything wrong with him. Do you think you'd be attracted to that?
I don't know. All I can tell you is I said to myself, I put it out there and I says, if there is someone that comes into my life, it's got to be someone who's gonna take me for who I am, for what I am, And I can't help them.
That's so good.
I can't help them no more. I can't help them. I need in fact, I need their help,
That's what it's supposed to be. A relationship is supposed to be equal
exactly.
help. Like you flourish together.
Yeah, let's bloom together.
Let's bloom together.
I can't help no more. Like
that's so important.
Yeah, like I've reached a point where I can't no more. Like if I can't find anyone at my age group that we can work together and bloom together, then
I thoroughly believe that everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
It's just my belief. So I feel like every single person that you've helped along the way is leading you to like that perfect man.
Oh, I know. Like and everybody's telling me, sometimes they says, "Oh, are you gay?" Because we never see
That's
you.
Always the question.
Because we never see you with a man, and I go, I know it's been so long, and it's just because I can't put that energy out anymore.
That's so good though. You're like taking your life back.
Yeah.
You're saying no to
Exactly. So I focus on other things and I put my energy elsewhere, and and helping those that do deserve the help and who need me,
And you learn too along the way.
Yes, you do.
Who is like really out for your best intentions. Yeah. Who will stay connected with you if you do help them.
Yeah.
It's a vibe you get.
It is. It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
And I see some friends sometimes and I'm saying, oh, what are they doing with him, or what are they doing with her? And because I've been there, done that, seen it, So
do you warn them? Or you watch from afar?
I watch.
Oh, you
watch. I
You're
watch.
the observer.
I watch, and then eventually they'll complain.
Plant the seed, like maybe just a little something, like, oh, did you like it when they did that?
Yeah, because sometimes I say, well, okay, you can't judge everybody. I mean, you can't judge the first time, and then you can't judge the second time, and then the third time.
Shame on me.
Yeah.
What is it? What is the saying? First, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. Get the fuck out of here.
That's it, exactly. So I says, okay, so I'll plant a little seed, and I mean, I want them to see it as well. But I mean, if I see something that's hurting them, definitely I'll say something. But eventually they'll always say, oh my God, what am I doing with this guy?
Good.
What am I doing
and you'll
with
be like,
girl?
I knew all along.
And there's someone too that I'm, it's been several years and she's having a hard time leaving the relationship. And we speak about all kinds of stuff and, security and what are the reasons that you're staying? There's got to be something, So
there's always reasons.
Yeah, because you're unhappy.
It's always the insecurities, but they lie so deep within you. Go on, you're so unhappy. What do you find are the reasons why people stay?
Yeah, there's security. It could be financial. That's that. I think that is one of the biggest.
Really?
Oh my God, crazy.
Like what? They can't make enough money to support their own life?
Exactly. And I'm saying, oh my God.
Go live somewhere else and get a new job and just live happy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I say. I says, oh my God, it's crazy. You gotta you gotta be happy. Oh my God.
That's so important.
Yeah.
Happiness.
If you're not happy, you can't be free. If you're not free,
what are we here for?
Yeah.
But are we really free?
No. One of my mottos, and I didn't write it here, and I thought about it after, is freedom. Everything I do is, every time I speak to someone, I'm always in search for that freedom.
In what sense?
I've always never had the freedom that I've wanted. There's always something there was always something I had to fight for. I've always fought for things.
Yeah.
I always had to run and make my life. I always had to.
But that makes you tough. That makes you hard. That makes you strong.
I know. But there's still that little freedom that I'm still lacking. And it'll come. I don't know how. I don't know where. I don't know when. But I believe it will come.
So it's not with you, the freedom.
No, because I'm still not free. Responsibility wise, financially wise, whatever. And that's because I put myself in that position to get to where I want to be. So because I sat there and I says, I'm quitting a really well-paying job. What's the price I've got to pay for my freedom? You know what I mean? And I've got to pay a certain price, but the freedom will come. It will, So, I mean, I'm lucky. in certain things, that
So you define freedom as what?
liberty to do, sometimes you get up and you say,
I wish today.
you know what? I'm not getting up. I'm going to sleep in an extra hour. Or you know what? I'll put this off. I'll do it tomorrow. That to me is getting up and being free.
Yeah.
Right? You know what? I feel like buying this dress. I feel like buying these shoes. You know what? Forget about it. I'll buy even better ones, or I'll, so you're limited. You're limited and that's what to me, that's my freedom. I'd like to get on I was in the travel industry for a very long time, and I traveled a lot, and I'd get on a plane tomorrow and I'd leave and I'd come back. To me, that's freedom.
Yeah.
When I travel, I don't even know where I live anymore. I don't even know where I came from. All my past is, I don't know, even if I go to Bromont,
Yeah.
it's crazy. When I travel.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about because I never travel. I've never
Oh my
traveled.
God.
Like I've gone to Florida in my life. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But Justin and I, my boyfriend, we went to New York for just one day.
Yes.
I think we drove down like that night and then we left the next morning. And the feeling you get when you travel, it's like you're so immersed in like what you're seeing right in front of you. You don't think about any of your problems.
No.
You don't think about like
You're another person.
Yeah.
Totally. And I'll give you an example. Going on a cruise. You're on a cruise ship, right?
That scares the shit out of me though.
But it's fun. But you're going on a cruise ship, and on a cruise ship there's different levels, right? They have the bottom, they have the upper deck, they have the bottom deck, they have the lower deck, they have the upper deck, and they've got the penthouse.
Okay.
So of course the higher you are, because you've got the view, and the bigger, the more expensive it is. And then you've got inside cabins, which means it's a room with no windows, no cabins, no lit bleu.
Little windows.
Yes. And then you have the cabins that have a window so you could see the water. So you pay a little bit more for that, right? However, when everybody goes in the dining room, no matter if you paid the $1,000 night suite or if you paid the $100 cabin, everybody eats the same. Yeah. Everybody is the same. And to me, that was like, I was so impressed because I was saying, I paid $200 for this cabin. That guy paid $3,000.
Oh my God.
But he's sitting right next to me.
We're eating the same
and
freaking
we're
food.
eating the same food. Yeah. And maybe the difference is that he's ordering a very expensive wine and Chardonnays and whatever.
Yeah.
And I just had my free little, juice or whatever, glass of water. But that's it. Other than that, we're eating the same cutlery, the same plates, the same dining room.
Yeah.
Captain's nearby, So to me, that's...
I think that's like the perfect reflection of real life.
Yeah.
We're all human.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if you're driving this car. It doesn't matter if you still have skin. You still have two eyes. Like,
I remember I worked in Jamaica for 3 years.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
How is it down there?
It's great. I loved it. I mean, I call it like my second home.
Really?
I loved it. And any country that you go to, there's always ups and downs, right? But for me, I loved the country. I thought the people were amazing. I was fortunate to work with really great people there as well. And there was someone that I met there once that said, they used to call me Sister T, So I used to go, Sister T, when me cut myself, me blood is red. When you cut yourself, your blood is red, We're the same, and it's so true. It's so true, Yeah.
People forget that.
Yeah, they do.
It's sad.
Yeah. So for me, we never know. Never judge a person. Never judge a person.
It's difficult to say never judge a person because you're only if you have eyes and you're not impaired. Like, thank God, blessings, by the way. Just like be so aware of like that you have fingers But
it's just like when you say never judge a book by its cover, right? Because sometimes you get a book, right, and whoever did the design, and then you read it and you go, oh my God, this book is so boring.
The cover had nothing to do with the inside of the book.
And it's the same thing with people, because sometimes I too, I my first impressions.
Impressions.
Oh
that's what I'm talking
and
about.
I'm like, oh my God,
they exist.
Yeah, but when I look at someone and I'm going, oh my God, this, and then when I get to know the person, I'm going, oh, you see, never judge.
Never judge.
Never judge. Never judge.
There's a difference between, like, you can have the most beautiful man, beautiful woman in the world, and they open their mouth, and what comes out of, like, their human self is disgusting. Exactly. All of a sudden, they're looks are wiped away. Like, wiped away to me. It's insane.
Yeah.
So that, like, aesthetic beauty washed away. You can have, like, someone who doesn't look like amazing or whatever. I hate even saying that because I think every human is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And their soul is beautiful. They're a beautiful, beautiful human being.
Right.
So, but I do think first impressions are huge, and judging is inevitable, and we all judge.
Yeah, we all are. I'm the first one to judge, sometimes.
We all are.
And I'm glad though, if we're able to back and say, whoa, don't judge.
Watch yourself judge.
Yeah.
Watch yourself right now.
Yeah.
What are you doing and why?
Why are you judging? Why are you doing? So, like, just, like, come on.
And that's a perfect segue to respect.
Yes.
Like, it's true. Like, that's so disrespectful to judge, right? What do you think are the biggest lack of respect? That was a horrible sentence. What is the worst sign of respect in society today?
Well, we hear about it all the time, and I just saw it before coming here. But I don't know. I can't even think. If you're in a bus or in a metro and you're seeing someone that's walking in who's got a cane and he looks or she looks like they're 95 years old and 100 years old and they're hunchback, and you're just sitting there on your phone and just texting away and then you say, and the guy,
would you like my seat?
Yeah, and the guy goes, what?
Yeah.
Can you get up for that lady? Well, why don't you get up? Are you kidding me? Like you're like 16, like, so I don't understand why. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I can give a counter argument to this.
Okay.
But I 100% agree with you. In most circumstances, I think that you need to freaking get your ass up.
Yeah.
Give the people who need it the chair. I was thinking about this, I guess a couple of months ago when I had worked like a 13-hour shift. And I was standing up the whole time and my legs were jelly. And I went in the metro and I sat down. But I put my hood up because I feel super disrespectful if like someone comes in and I'm sitting in a chair that's good for them, right? So I put my hood up and I was like, oh, please let nobody come on. Like, I can't get up right now. I've just stood up for 13 hours. Like, I need to sit. And thank God, like, nobody came on. But I feel like in that state, I would have been like, no, I'm sorry. You don't know the day that I've been through. Like, I was just standing for 13 hours. Like, I can't. Yeah. I need to sit. But I so understand what
but
you
I've
mean.
done that too. I've done that where I go, okay, nobody's going to come in. And you're like this because you want to sleep, right? And you're just hoping nobody comes in.
You're hoping. But then you also feel so good when like you see someone that needs the seat and then you stand up and then you're like, here you go. And they're like, oh, thank you. And you're like, oh, I was such a good Samaritan.
Yeah. But, that's just a little example. But phone respect.
Like what phone respect?
Like, sometimes you're calling these companies and they're just there like to push sales or something, and you're trying to tell them, hey, listen, I'm not interested. I don't have time, And like they don't. There's.
You're like a number. They're like, okay, we need to sell to this number.
Yeah. And, and this is not their fault, the employees, because they're being judged, they're being listened to, they're being quoted, they don't get their commissions, they don't get their this. And I know, because I've been through that, So if you don't say this, you're not going to get your commission at the end of the month. So there's no more, to me, that's a lack of respect to the person who's feeding you. Yeah. Like we're... let it be a communication company, let it be a cable company, we're, without us purchasing your service, you wouldn't exist.
Exactly.
I go to a bank and I need the teller, and she says, well, you can go to the ATM. And I'm going, but I don't want to go to the ATM. I want to speak with you, right? She said, yeah, but eventually. And I says, well, eventually you're not going to have a job either. So you can say goodbye to your pension. So I think it's better that
true.
Yeah, so it's better that I come here and use you. And
to show that you're actually... we need you.
We need you because or else you're not going to have a job, sweetie. So
that's a good thing to show her. Yeah.
So anyway, and so respect in family as well, and
family,
and like I find that children don't respect as much their families anymore, or back to the traditions where like Sunday dinners, with family and
Sunday dinners,
which you don't hear that anymore.
That's true.
We don't hear everybody. It's they'll leave their families and their parents, and then they'll say, okay, I'm going here. Yeah, I know, but once a year, you can be together with your family, or once a week. Once a week, to spend a couple of hours with your parents. I mean,
yeah, that's really interesting. When I was growing up, my boyfriend's family would always meet for Sunday dinner, and I never had like a family like that who would do that. So I didn't understand it. I was like, this is really weird that you guys are meeting every week. Like, you live together. Like, why are you having supper every single week? How I feel about that now is, well, first of all, we're older, so we don't see our family as much. But I feel like it depends on the family. Mm-hmm. I feel like some families would do it for show. Like, oh, yes, we have dinner with our families every Sunday to, like, seem like the perfect family. But in reality, they hate each other. Mm-hmm. And as long as, like, we tick the box, oh, yeah, we had supper from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., we're a good family. Like, no, the work is done outside of that. But if it's, like, the family... But then again, maybe they need that Sunday dinner to like reconnect.
Because something happened in between the line. Again, it could be competition. It could be respect. It could be so much that ended up that you don't have the Sunday dinner anymore or this weekly dinner. And then when you do lose a parent, and then you cry and it's like...
Well, you didn't care when they were around anyway.
You know what I'm saying? So I find that... Maybe it's because I got older and I see it now, because maybe before I didn't see it as much, but now I see it more. So I don't know. Maybe I guess the older you get, the more you see of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but respecting couples as well. I see that a lot. Sometimes I go to restaurants and I wasn't ever one, like I always open doors for people and close doors for people. Or
well, you grew up in the courtesy generation.
Yeah, exactly.
That we are lacking in our generation.
Today I don't see that anymore. There's no more of that little...
what's it called?
What was it called? Gallantry, I think it was.
It's
where the man would open this door.
Oh I didn't know that term.
Yeah, I think it was gallantry or something, and you don't see that anymore. No. There are some. Sometimes I meet really nice people, and you could see that they're really polite and they want it, but do they do that all the time or don't they? I don't know.
What do you think of parents disrespecting their kids? Because we spoke about like kids disrespecting parents.
Oh, there is. I don't know. I've never. No, wait. I've seen parents disrespect, but I think I misinterpret it, because some parents, depending where they're coming from, especially if they're an immigrant. I'm speaking now about maybe the Italians. The Europeans that arrived here, they arrived here not knowing better, and they came here for one goal. Their goal was to make the life that they didn't have, right? So they worked hard, especially back then. There was no welfare, there was no Medicare. I remember when I was born, my mom says, you cost me $200 when you were born, because they didn't have Medicare back then, I was born
$200 though, that's freaking good compared to the States where it's like, like what, like $500,000 to have a kid? I don't know.
In the 60s, that was a lot of money,
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
So sometimes they would say things and people would misinterpret them, and it looked like it was disrespecting their children, but they were just trying to help you. They were trying to make you grow, but they did it in a way that was very hurtful.
Like what? Can you give an example?
Well, like they would insult you in front of people, or they would, That's
disrespectful, though.
That's... But
with good intention,
but it doesn't
take away that it's disrespectful.
Oh, what did you do? You got 99? Is that your average 99? How come you didn't get 100? And they're doing that in front of people.
Okay,
it's like, oh my God, So, but they didn't mean it harmfully. They didn't know any better. You know what I mean? Like they didn't know how to do it otherwise.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And in relationships too, I guess I do see that a lot, like couples disrespecting each other. I feel like it's more people who are abusing drugs. I see that a lot. Like people who abuse drugs, they just have horrible relationships.
Yes, yeah. Well, yeah, because it's a need.
It's a need.
Yeah, they're replacing that need, that fix that they need. They're replacing it with anger, with insults, with frustration, with it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was at the gym the other day, like at my old gym, and I was with my coach, and we saw outside a couple like running after each other and like taking their bag, throwing it down, and they literally they were like swearing profanity, and it just looked like they had come off of like a high.
Yeah.
And now they needed their fix, so they were taking it out on each other. That I see a lot in couples. Yeah. What about profanity? Is that disrespectful? Because I swear a fucking lot.
I mean, so do I.
Okay, you do. Yeah. So what do you think of like that? Is it disrespectful to swear?
Well, I don't think it is. Like I mean, it depends. I mean,
in the context, it depends on who you're talking to. Hopefully you're not going to talk to your 90-year-old grandma.
Exactly.
What the fuck are you doing, grandma?
Like, I sometimes I heard people swearing to their parents, and I totally disagree with that. I think that's a total lack of respect. You know, like I wouldn't see someone saying to their mother, you're a effing bitch, and
okay, whoa, like that,
but I've seen that.
That's like insults, though. What about like, Mom, what the fuck's for supper? Like it's not like attacking, right?
Yeah,
but it's just like using the swear in the vocabulary.
Yeah.
What do you think?
See, I've done that. Like I said, hey man, what the fuck? I don't get it. Yeah. So she would kind of look at me, like, and
okay, so she would think it was disrespectful.
Well, she wouldn't say, because she knows it was just an expression. Like I was like, oh, are you kidding me? Oh, please, like what the fuck, like. Yeah. So, but if I would tell her, like.
Fuck you, Mom.
Oh, forget it. Yeah.
That's totally different.
Yeah. But no, I mean.
You're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay. Just be a bit careful, but I'm okay with that.
Apart from that, I guess the biggest disrespectful thing I see in society today would probably be not looking someone in the eye when we're talking.
Oh my God.
I swear to God, there's like a couple of people where I've tried really hard to connect with them and like to, try to talk and open up with them, and they just won't look at me. And I'm like, this right here is probably the most disrespectful thing you can do. Like somebody's trying to connect with you and you're just totally ignoring them.
Or they're talking and we're talking and they're like this.
It's like, do you have somewhere to go?
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Or they're looking to the people that are coming in and they're like this, and they're like, and but it was, I'm sorry, what did you say? But
stop. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You're right.
Forget my time. I just wasted all of my time with you.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And I've been a part of that. Like, and like you're really connecting, and they just look away. Oh, I hate that so much. I hate it.
Me too.
That's probably the biggest disrespectful thing.
Yeah.
And like honestly, there are other things too, like talking behind people's backs, but I don't even give that like my time anymore.
No.
I try to steer away from like negativity. I really just don't like it.
Yeah, but if you're gonna when we talk about people behind their backs, right? If you're gonna talk behind their backs, be respectful enough to tell them as well. Like if I'm gonna speak about you behind your back, like, and then say that I never did it or never say it. No, there's gotta even then, you shouldn't be speaking about anyone if they're not here to defend themselves. Exactly. And I'm saying, but sometimes it happens.
It happens, yes.
Somebody asks you, hey, what do you think, and then you kind of give your point of view
without intention. Yeah.
But if to me, it's important that you don't hide it either. Yes. That other person know that criticism. And hearing the truth
is hard.
It's very hard, and it hurts.
It's hard to hear, but it's also hard to give for a lot of people.
It is, and it's hard to. And if you can't, we get so much negativity every day. There's so many no's. There's so many rejects, and if you can't accept that today there's a no, but tomorrow there will be a yes, and if you can't, you have a lot of problems.
Yeah, but the worst thing is that the people who can't accept criticism are the ones who are most likely going to be lied to, because people know that they're not open enough to accept it in the first place.
Exactly.
So you have to be so open with people. You have to be ready for people to be like, you're an idiot, you're stupid, you're this, you're that. And that's kind of like showing you're doing a good job at being open.
Yeah.
Because people feel like they can tell you. Like, so I'll post stories on my Instagram about like my lifts and like certain movements I'm doing. I get like people commenting like, oh, you're doing this wrong, this is not great, oh, you shouldn't be using those muscles. But I smile at those comments because I'm like, oh, I'm happy you feel comfortable telling me I suck.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It makes me happy to know that like, good, at least I'm opening up that platform for you to tell me.
They're interested. Because I always say, if I'm making you talk about me, there's something that I'm doing right. You know, or if you're talking about me, there could be competition, there could be jealousy, there could be this. So there's got to be something that I'm doing that's got your interest.
Exactly.
You know, so I say, okay, well, I must be doing something good.
Right.
You know, like
yes.
Everybody's gonna judge you. There's never gonna be. You know, you might go to a restaurant and I might love that restaurant, the best food in town, and you might say, oh my God, where's she going? You know?
Disgusting.
So everybody's got their own opinions. You can never please everybody, you know? But if they're talking about you,
you're doing something right.
You're doing something right. That's what I say.
Yeah. Just don't feed. Don't like, let the negativity freaking drive you crazy. Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And there's so much negativity already in this, Yeah. Like, oh my God, but sometimes I hear, and I'm like, oh, I can't take it no more. And I was mentioning to you before, Melanie, that I go see. And sometimes I say to her, like, I just let go a relationship with a friend that I had. It wasn't a very
toxic.
But it was a toxic.
Like
every time my phone beeped,
you knew it was not good.
Oh my God, like at first I said I wanted to put a code, a special beep, knowing that if it beeped, I know it was her. I wouldn't look at it.
Yeah.
And I never got the chance to do it. And every time it would be her and I would say, oh my God, and I felt for her and I felt sorry for her and I helped her all the time. But it was always negative. Yeah. Like, oh my God. And then I said, but I'm going to respect her. And then I would give my feedback and then I couldn't anymore. It was just drowning me, So I said, I need a pause. So I kind of backed away, and you have to. Because
that takes strength too, though, because these people are depending on you. Because you've been that sole, person for them in their life.
But I'm going to become them.
Yeah.
It's like I needed a break, so you need to, or else you die. I don't want to die. I got too much to do,
I know. Yeah. Someone said on the podcast the other day, you die when you've done everything you had to do.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it is.
So we're still here because we've got work to do.
Oh my God. There's so much work to do. I know. I've got so much to do. I've got so much to show the world, and but not only everybody. So a little bit of love, a little bit of respect,
and a little bit of peace.
Hey, we've got it made.
What do you feel like you have left to show the world?
Oh, I've got so much to give.
What do you want to give?
I don't know. There's sometimes, it's a good question because I've asked myself that question too, I don't think I've given enough of what I can give, I haven't put myself out there to help the needy. There's so many homeless people. There's needy people, because we're so concentrated on taking care of ourselves and taking care of your like my dad, for example. But there's other things that I can put out there. There's other things that I can give, and sometimes I've done things already, and I've done so. I've achieved a certain level that now I see somebody out there that needs that help, and I'm gonna save them time, So I give them all, like I kind of say, okay, listen, I've been there, done that. Here, take this and go on with it.
But do you think that that's giving a fish to them and not teaching them how to fish?
You're right. You're right.
I don't want to be right.
No, wait. You are right.
I don't like it when people say that. I hate, like, I don't want to be right. It's just an interesting thought. Like, will they really have the tools with everything that you've experienced? Because you're where you're at now through hard work on your own getting there.
Right.
Through battling the demons, through conquering the dragons. And now you're here with all of this information. And I think that's the trick of life, is that now you have to watch people suffer too.
Yeah.
Can you really do anything for them?
It's just because by helping them, not giving them everything, of course, but by giving them guidance and less of those headaches, because I'm saving them time.
Yeah.
It's because time is of the essence.
Oh,
time.
yes. It's my best currency. Like, I don't care about money.
Yeah.
I care about time.
Every time. And like, there's no price. Like,
there's no price.
Sometimes I'm going, give me 24 and a half hours, like not 24,
Ooh.
Like you need that, and then sometimes I'm going, okay, I'll take away 5 minutes from here and I'll add it here. Like, so by giving them time, if they can save those 4 or 5 hours, I mean, imagine what they're going to achieve. I mean, and I know that they're going to grow with those 4 or 5 hours they can save. That's what I meant.
That's so true.
I don't want to give them 5 years of work, of course they have to.
Because then they're going to get like ahead, and then people are going to look up to them like, oh, hey, look, you did that. How? They'll be like, fuck, I have no clue.
Yeah.
Because I didn't build my foundation.
No, true.
But yeah.
So when I said you're right, what I meant is that I'm just trying to save them time.
Because there are such little details that we work on that are really just wasted time.
Yeah.
That could help people.
Exactly. And also another thing that show the love. There's a lot of love that's missing. There's a lot of...
thank you so much for saying that. People are scared of love.
Yeah, they are.
People are scared of like connection.
And they're scared commitment. I'm not talking relationship here. I'm just talking about committing to love. Like, why? Why I can't even understand how you cannot love. Like, that's the biggest...
Because you love yourself.
Yeah.
That's why you love yourself, so you have so much love to give.
Yeah.
Am I right here?
Well, yeah. I maybe I don't love myself enough.
You don't think?
Maybe.
When I talk to you, I feel like you have so much energy and a lot to give, but I feel like it's the impression I get of you because you love yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like I can tell when someone dislikes themselves because they're disconnected from me.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're so full of energy and you can connect on such a deep level that you love yourself. I don't know.
Of course I love myself. I mean, if I didn't love myself, I mean, I'd love to lose a little bit of weight here and there, and...
We would make ourselves so perfect.
Remove the double chins, but that's more physical. But yeah, of course I love myself because I'm proud of what I am, and I'm proud of what I give, and I'm proud of what I do. Oh my God, don't make me cry. And
okay.
And I'm proud of what I give, and
cry here. Yeah. This is an open space. This is an open space.
So and if everybody would do that, it'd be great.
It's beautiful too. And I'm proud of you for being here and giving your soul and giving your heart to people. Yeah. Like,
oh my God.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I think love is so powerful, and it's so easy to hate. It's so easy to hate. That's why I think people go there, because you know how easy it is to have like the worst day of your life, come home, oh fuck, this happened, oh my God, do you know what she said? Oh my God, there's no sweet potatoes, what the fuck, I have to go walk over to the grocery store. Like, I'm saying this so naturally because it's so natural to complain about things.
I know, people, that's all they do. They, sometimes you had the worst day and you walk in and you hear like, oh God, like, just say hello.
Wow,
hello.
That'd be really funny if you walked into work and you were like, hello.
I know, and it's true. And when I was working, sometimes you'd walk in and you'd say, bonjour tout le monde, good morning, and everybody's like,
what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, like, oh my God. So then they would say, okay, she's on something.
Or like, okay, weirdo. Like,
yeah.
No, we're just happy and grateful.
And everybody's, it's rush. Everything is pressure. So because of all of that, no more respect. No more, everything.
Nothing matters because you're on like this track to destination, and the journey of like stopping, on the side of the road to see people. bring them into your train with you, then get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Take a breather.
Everything is so deadlines. Everything. You got to be at the airport on time. Your flight leaving on time. You got to start working at 9. And I was working at this place once. There was a massive ice storm. Like not the ice storm, but like it had the ice, hail, everything. And I said, I gotta go to work, right? Because we had to go to work.
Yeah.
So I didn't live too far, so I didn't take my car. I was taking the bus. I started at 9. I got in at 9:07.
And you're freaking out.
And they deducted a half an hour from my pay.
No, come on.
And I went to them, and I said, you gotta be kidding me. And they said, what? I said, I just crossed. I almost broke my neck. I almost slid, whatever. And you're removing a half an hour from my pay. Are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
Yeah. And you see, again, there's no, like, where's
respect?
I was taking a business course once, and they said a story about some guy that owned a business. And he kept his employees all the time. And he had a sign in his boutique. People would walk in, and it was written on top. It would say, I may run this business, but my employees keep it running.
I hope so.
And I said the same thing to this woman. Yeah, and the same thing I said to the teller at the bank, I says, if I didn't come to work today...
You'd have no business.
Yeah, no?
Yeah.
So, I don't work there anymore.
Good.
Yeah, I did.
Hallelujah. Like, literally.
So
they
I
don't deserve you.
Yeah, I can't. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, just on that, like positivity and negativity and love. What was our last thing? We wanted to talk about dimes and finding like the beauty and the essence in little things. What is your story about dimes?
I believe there's something out there. Everybody has their own religion. Everybody has their own thoughts. It could be Jehovah, it could be Jah, it could be Jesus, God.
It could be your own religion.
Yeah, it could be energy. Cosmic, whatever.
Yeah.
And I have a friend, and he said to me that he always found dimes, and one day I went up and he showed me this old box. It was filled to the top of dimes. He found dimes in the most ridiculous spots. Like he found a dime under the earth, he saw something, he moved the earth. Anyway, so he says, I read somewhere that dimes are angels sending you messages, right? I never found a dime in my life. I found pennies once in a while, and they say pennies too were for angels, but I never believed or seen that. And once I found a $5 bill, like woohoo! But I never found dimes.
Okay.
In 2016, July 2016, my mom passed away, and we were doing preparations for the funeral home. And I had a photo of her, and I had to print a photo. So I went to Jean Coutu. I plugged in my iPhone, and I printed the photo, paid, and I was on my way out, and the phone rang. And I looked on the floor, and I saw a dime. So I picked up the dime, and I said to the person on the phone, a sec. I picked up the dime, and I gave it to the cashier, and I said, this is on the floor. And I'm about to leave, and then I'm like...
Dawned on you.
So I turned around, I said, excuse me, can I have that dime back? This is my mom. So she gave it to me. So I said, oh my God, I got a dime from my mom. I swear to God, from 2016, July, I haven't stopped. Every week, maybe? No. Every 2 weeks, I find a dime. I find a dime all the time. No, and I have a whole collection now. I have about, I think,
that's
26 dimes. And Thursday, I found $2. I go, hey, Ma, you're getting jealous. Yeah. So I don't know what's happening. I'd never found dimes in my life, but there's someone that's watching me. There's someone that's sending me a sign. And I went to the National Theatre School. I was taking a class there. We're in the big room. This was last... the fall.
Okay, yeah.
In the huge room, we're doing something, and we're walking around. Everybody walked on that spot. Everyone... And no one saw it. And I went there, boom, there's 10 cents on the floor. And I said, okay, I'm in the right place,
So you take it as a sign that you're in the right place.
Yeah.
That you're doing the right thing with your life.
Yeah. Somebody's sending me a sign. It's great. And my dad never found dimes, never found a nickel. We're competing. So he's got 7 of them now.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And he found one. They used to go to church all the time because they did a lot of community work in the church and whatever. And he found the 10 cents coming down the stairs. Like, it's crazy. So I believe. That's beautiful. I believe.
My grandma, she has something like that where she has crystals in her apartment.
Yes.
And whenever the sun shines on them, it makes like beautiful rainbows around her house. And she thinks that she looks at the rainbows as her people, everyone that she's lost.
Yes. Yeah.
So we all have our things.
Yeah. And I believe, I believe there's some, you're protected. Because sometimes I've heard of events and I'm going, oh my God, how are they still living today? You know, there's got to be a divine source somewhere that just protects you or gives you a message, you know.
And we were talking about this before the podcast started, you know, people who abuse their bodies their entire life, they go like 45 years just like on heroin or whatever, and they're still alive. There's a reason for that. Maybe they'll wake up when they're 52 and they'll change the fucking world.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason. There's a reason, and there's always look out. There's always a sign. There's a person that comes into your life.
For a reason.
Yeah, there's a reason why we're here.
Yeah.
Like me and you here, you know, like
I believe it.
I believe. Oh my God, I believe, you know. So you meet sometimes if you put out to the universe that you want to do something, you know, and boom, all of a sudden you say, oh my God, yeah, I was just talking about that the other day, you know, like I believe strongly.
But I do also believe that you need to put yourself out there to be in these positions.
Absolutely.
So for instance, like we could have chosen to not do this for some reason tonight. Maybe I was dealing with anxiety issues. Maybe you're dealing with like other issues, and then we didn't connect because we let our issues get in the way of the bigger picture, which is this.
Yes.
So like, and then sometimes people just keep letting issues get in the way, excuses they turn into, and all of a sudden you're not where you want to be because you haven't like pushed yourself to just do it.
Right.
So I would just say like, everything happens for a reason, but don't stay still and let life happen. You have to make life happen.
You got to make your things happen.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thank you so much for saying that. So many, well, how do you do it? What do you mean?
I make it happen. What do you mean?
If you're going to stay home and have your bag of chips and popcorn and watch your
There's
TV.
so many hours in a day.
It ain't gonna happen, you know. Like if you're gonna stay home and you're looking for a relationship, but if you're gonna just stay home, you're not gonna find and you're not gonna meet anybody, you know.
Mr. Prince Charming on TV.
Yeah,
he ain't crossing the screen.
You gotta go out there. You gotta make it. You can't. You know what, Fiona? Thank you so much for mentioning that because it's so important.
Yes.
So, you know. Sometimes I say to myself, oh, if only somebody would help me, you know, like
really,
you know, like help me and like to achieve, or like, you know, like I know so and so, maybe he can, you know, yeah, you need that help, definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you can't expect freebies like this. You need to go, you need to knock on those doors. You need to do your research. You need to do a little bit of the work, you know, like you need to put every pieces together. So you help a bit, you give, you take, you know, but oh my God, you gotta go out there, you gotta do it, you know.
I think that it's the process of the work that you need to fall in love with. It's not like, oh, okay, I'll work really, really hard and then when I get there I'll be happy. It's like, no, find a job that like right now, this is like considered work for some people. For me, I'm like having so much fun with you talking. For other people, it'd be like, oh no, I have to record a podcast. Oh no, then I have to edit. Oh my God, then I have to put it online. For me, it's like, I fucking love this.
Exactly.
So you need to love the work that you're doing or else you won't put in the time to do it.
Yeah.
So make it happen doesn't mean make your shit job happen. It means quit your shit job and find something you love, start at the bottom and just do that.
Yeah. And you know, some people say, oh, you know, I hate my job and whatever. Oh, I said that so many years. And I used to remember getting up and I used to say, oh my God, what's the price I have to pay if I don't go to work today?
Oh my God, that's so bad.
And it was heavy. It was heavy because, I mean, I had a lot of payments and bills and whatever. And
that's
I said,
crazy.
okay, I used to go and I was the most miserable person at work, you know, like I was not the Teresa of today. You know, like I would go in because I hated it. I hated my job. I hated everything but I say thank you because I needed the money to pay those bills. But then at one point, you can't anymore. You can't.
You're dying.
You're dying.
You're dying inside.
Oh my God, I'm dead. Except I'm not buried. You
Exactly.
know, I'm alive and I'm seeing myself dying here.
Yeah.
You know, so you just I took a big decision, and I know there's families out there, people that have children and homes and mortgages and whatever. You know, but hey.
Find something else.
Find something. There's so much. People say there's no jobs. There is. That's bullshit.
It's just because you want to make the $97,000
That's
a
it.
year.
That's
you want
it.
the extra bedroom in your house. You want the 4-week vacation rather than the 2-week vacation. You just have to look at your expenses and deduct that.
Exactly. And there are people say there's no jobs. I'm sorry, there are
jobs.
And
there's not jobs you want to do.
Yeah. So,
Or
maybe there's not
something.
a $30 job, but there's a $17.50 an hour job. And
That'll make you happy.
That'll make you happy. Oh my God, yeah.
I want to ask you, what are some life hacks that you have for someone to make their day better? These are some of my last questions.
Oh, make their day better.
Yeah.
Oh my God. First of all, sometimes you don't even have to say anything. Just a smile. Just one smile.
Oh, okay.
Makes their day, and I just make them feel good, like
I mean, like if I'm waking up and I need a life hack to just like live my day and make it better, do you suggest that I smile at other people because it's like a reflection of happiness?
Do you ever look in a mirror sometimes and you wake up in the morning, you look and you're like, you're going, oh my God, I got dark circles, right?
Rather
if you get up in the mirror and you go,
hey,
oh my God, it changes your whole
smile at yourself.
You don't see your dark circles. You don't see, your lines.
You
don't
see your soul.
Yeah.
You see your happiness.
Yeah. That's all, your blinds are closed, open them up and it's snowing. Okay. That's okay, but I'm inside, like it's great, like I'm not shoveling. I got someone to shovel, and
well, that's like extra. Wow, if you have that, that's amazing.
Yeah, but so I find that because I noticed that I used to do that a lot, going, look in the mirror and like,
immediately critique ourselves.
Yeah, but
that's women.
Yeah, but if you can get up and just say, I'm alive. I'm alive. I mean, I could do so much today. I'm alive, If I choose not to, I'm not going to punish myself because I do so much, but there are days where I just say, I need to chill out.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, it ain't going to happen. So I love it. I take that 24 hours to myself and I'm so happy. I'm like, no phone calls, no emails, no texts, no helping anybody, just me, myself, and I love it. I love it. So
smile.
Yeah.
Okay. A smile can change a life.
Yeah.
Can change the world.
Smile.
I believe it.
And I give a compliment every day. If I can minimum. If I
like your purple shirt.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Cool. I like it.
I love you. I
love you.
I just love you for what you're doing.
I love you for being here. I love you for spreading love and positive vibes.
Thank you.
And not being afraid to show love.
Yeah.
That's like,
and you too. You're amazing to take in all this knowledge
and wisdom from people.
Yeah, it's amazing what you're.
I'm just a vehicle for others to get this knowledge.
Yes,
that's what I see.
Yeah, but you're learning and you're growing with this.
Exactly.
And this is so. This is like there's no medicine.
There's no medicine.
No
this
antibiotic. This is like the top of the top.
Absolute medicine.
So
for my mind, for my spirit, for my body.
We need you. We need you.
We need more access to open hearts.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that's what I'm facilitating.
Yes.
Like, especially intimate spaces like this where, you can't have conversations like this with everyone.
No.
But in a closed space like this where it's safe, okay, now we have a camera where we can broadcast it for others.
Oh my
and
God.
now they're watching it in their safe space and they're feeling a part of it. And they're like, wow. Yeah. I was just a part of their amazing conversation.
And
they're a part of it now.
And I'm sure in this conversation, it's some people will take it one way, some will interpret it another way.
Yeah.
But I am sure that if you have 100 followers, those 100 followers will each learn or feel something
Feel
of this whole conversation.
Yeah.
And it might touch them. You know, it could be someone that's going through a relationship and they're saying, oh my God, you know what?
Maybe I give too much.
Yeah. Or maybe like he's not respecting me, or
Yeah.
she's not respecting
Yeah.
me, or you know, oh my God, I do swear at my mom, you know, or
Yeah.
like I'm
Little
sure,
things.
yeah, like there's
Oh my God,
something.
I've been finding
And dimes.
I've been finding like I don't even know, like a tea bag. That's
Yeah.
the only thing. I'm like looking what's around me. I've been finding a tea bag every week.
Feathers.
And then they're
yeah.
like, wow, it's a sign.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So everyone's learning, and everyone's learning because of you, of what you're doing, and this is amazing.
It's because I have people who want to talk to me.
Yeah.
So it's because of you guys. So
yeah, but
really,
it all
like,
started. So thank you so much.
Thank you guys for being here. I do have 2 last questions,
Yes.
which are my favorite questions, and I'm so obsessed to hear the answers to them. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Oh my God. A superpower. Oh my God. I would fly.
Would you fly? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Freedom.
Freedom.
And go see.
And you would
back
go
to
like
freedom.
You would fly in like hailstorms. You would fly like,
Everywhere.
But
I
even
would
in the
just-
worst conditions, you would fly.
I don't know.
I don't know why I'm thinking of that.
Yeah, I don't know if I guess I would fly for protection. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just fly. Yeah.
Flap.
Oh my
Okay, so
God.
you would have flapping wings.
Yeah.
Because you could have like just like airplane wings, you know. I didn't
No,
picture.
I would want
You would want to flap.
Yeah.
You don't think like
Go
your
through
wings would get tired? Maybe.
No, because I'd be happy.
Oh, okay.
I'd be happy.
That's interesting.
I'd be flying. I'd be free. I mean,
You could soar.
you know, when you're happy doing something that you're doing, you could be doing it for hours.
Yeah.
And you'll never complain.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
But when you don't like what you're doing,
Oh, you see the minute pass.
the minute.
You see the minute pass.
I mean, it's like 32 seconds. It looked like, 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like you're waiting, and it's like 9 to 5 job. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, half an hour. It's
not
only 4:30,
just that, but like I was at the bank this morning and I got there too early. It was like 8:56. They're like, nope, sorry, opens at 9
Yeah.
o'clock. I went back in my car and waited for 4 minutes. I was like, oh, this is the longest 4 minutes of my life. But yeah, when you don't want to be doing what you're doing, you'll feel the time.
Yeah. So when you're,
Last question, the most important question, the reason why I'm doing all of this. What do you think is the purpose of life?
Wow. The purpose of life. You know what? I think the purpose of life is love and giving love. Yeah. Because, you can take, yes, but you got to, if you give, there'll be love. I mean, and if there's love, there's no war,
Give and love.
Yeah.
So that there's no war.
Yeah.
So that there's peace on earth.
Yeah.
Wow, imagine it was that simple.
Yeah. Oh my God. Imagine if it was that simple, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
That's it, guys.
That's it. Thank you
close
so
it there?
much.
Let's peace it.
Peace.
Peace.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Yeah, we did it. Mwah.
Oh, yeah.
Mwah.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.